Alright, shalom. It's your brother Kyle again with another quick video. Straight to the point and simple. Alright, so first I want to say Kal Alayam, La Alahayanawa, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakako Dash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation unto the brothers that are pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth, risking their lives. Shalom unto the few unfaithful aquats and the speckled birds. Right. I just want to jump straight into this one time. Now you can see the title of the video and the scripture right here. Right. This is Proverbs 29 and 25. The fear of man bringeth a snare, but whoso putteth his trust in Yahweh shall be safe. Right. Now, the word snare means a trap. Right. So when you fear a man rather than the Lord, or even better, when you fear the system, right? This man-made system. Yeah. Their fear is what is leading into a trap. Right? Hence the reason why a lot of people they gain fear from the I can't even say that word. The let me just say the demic, right? The pandemic, right? A lot of people gain fear from that, and they choose to abide by the laws of Egypt, then to hope and pray that the place will get back better. Right now, that fear where you felt, right, is what really leading you into the trap, because Esau setting you up for the kill. Right? Let me pull this scripture here. Right? Book of Isaiah chapter 31 verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh. So what the scripture basically saying is that they run into the government, right, because in hopes of the government making the place better, and they thinking that alright, this is just another disease and things go back together, because we trust in the government once before, why not thing, but not knowing all of this was a plan from the very beginning. Esau always had a perpetual hatred for us. So all this is a plan. All this is being planned, and it's being laid out step by step. Right? The more deeper I go into it, the more Israel waking up. But it's still are the stubborn and hard-headed ones, the stiff-necked ones, according to the scriptures, that just won't turn back now, right? Whether they've seen it or not. They just don't want to believe. Right? And stay on horses and trust in chariots. Now, that talking about the policemen, right? The police force in a sense, right? The horses and the chariots, right? Like the shepherd jeep on them, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. Well, we know the horsemen will be talking about the police officers themselves, with the big rifle and thing, because them had the authority, right, of the government, that they could do certain things, even so much as kill without being, charged and this and that, and because they authorized to do that now. So a lot of people putting the trust in them, right? Nowadays, it still have the Israelites that don't like the police, because they're rebellious. So yeah, they ain't gonna get the full support from the people, but hey, at the end of the day, there are a lot of them that just hate the police. They do this, say that, whatever. But then the first thing they'll be like, I'll call the police for you know. And then they're running straight to the police. They're still going down to Egypt for help. Right? But they ain't going to pray about it. And if they pray, they're going to pray to Jesus. You understand? And when they pray to Jesus now, they want to say they ain't getting no answer. So that then they don't believe in God. And, you know? But, hey, at the end of the day, the Lord put our spirit on them. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh. Right, so they quicker run down to Egypt rather than actually seek out the truth. Right? They rather not seek out the truth. They don't want to seek out the Lord of Israel, their God. Right? They rather deal with the oppressor. You know? And I'll pull this out of scripture here. This book of Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children. Right, like I was saying just now, the rebellious, said Yahweh, that take counsel but not of me, and that cover with a covering but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. So you see, they prefer to like they prefer to see. What I realize with we people is that they like to deal with the more physical side, and we are more spiritual people. That is why most of them so weak in these times, because of a lot of Israelites that love spirituality, right, on the right hand side, and they actually willing to seek it out, right? For instance, like the brothers of GMS, you know, we watch things spiritually, but the carnal minded cheek on them, they also don't have patience, so they will like sit down and be like, I be praying and you see nothing happening and thing. So their quickest solution is to say, hey, let me go and talk to this man, thing, you know, because them feel because them have links upstairs, you know, high in authority, them feel, you know, them will get through. But it's not so. You in a bigger trap than anybody else. You understand? But not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth. You know, like I was saying just now, they quicker run down to Egypt than, you know, actually sit down and seek out the Lord and ask him for his help. Even if a brother like me, you know, walk up there and say, well, hey, sit down and pray, and I'll be like, hey, I be praying to Jesus, right? And I tell you, hey, the Lord name is not Jesus, right? It's Yahweh Shai. The Father name is Yahweh. Even if you don't believe I seen, you know, at least say, well, hey, let me say the Lord at least, dear Lord, or say the God of Israel, you know, something. If you don't believe the name right away, just stop saying Jesus, and you know, he must get some kind of sign, you know, to indicate that, hey, and that is how they start off. But not because Jesus and not saying you mean they don't want no God. It can't be so. And have not asked out my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh. You see, as I was saying just now, right? Them who have the so-called links up in authority, you know, they strengthen themselves in Pharaoh. So in this world, a lot of people saying the more links you have above, the more stronger you is in a sense, because you know, and the more you move up, the more you know, the more targets and threats you have, but also more security and stuff like that, you know. So that is the mindset I check these days. What's going on? And to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Yeah, the strength of Pharaoh be your shame. Because a lot of people, hey, this part in out for most people their time, because hey, there are a lot of people, whether it's in work, at home, wherever it is, you know, they still fully dependent on the system. They believe in the system, no matter the amount of stubbornness they're seeing, the prime minister, the president, whoever it is doing, right? Them still had a full faith in them, and them believe it's for the better of the people, but it's not so. Them carrying out that pandemic, right? Them carrying out the agenda, you know. So it would be a shame when they reach that time now, and the men of the Lord, the men of GMS, come out and say, "I told you so." Like the Akim and them say, this will be the biggest "I told you so" ever, you know. And the trust in the shadow of Egypt, you know, will be a confusion. Well, you see how a lot of people lost right now, right? Because they trust the system, but now the question is, why Rowley doing that? Why Rowley doing this? I don't understand. You're supposed to do so, and then they men understand that, hey, he not time to study you, you know. Right now he getting he big bucks, and he thinking he gonna be safe for carrying out the agenda. But hey, he head gonna fly too same way. Another quick precept here is the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate one and love the other. Right, so in a sense, you can't say you love God, but you're for the system. That can't work. That can't work at all. Right, because either you're for the system or you're not for the system. And a good way to differentiate that is by watching the antidoted and the unantidoted. You know, I mean, still are some unantidoted that, you know, that's still somewhat trust in the system. You know, because they saying that they ain't want it, but at the same time they still want the place to get better, you know. But hey, for the ones that in the truth, in a sense, then them on antidoted, so them go say, well, alright, we put we full trust in Yahweh Bashmi Awashai. We don't care about the system, we want to crash. You understand? And then it's the antidoted now that go come up against me and say, all the young people too rebellious, all they need to think, we need to, you know, go and get the antidote. You want to be able to fly out, all they gonna make money, all they got this and that. Why all they have to be so rebellious? Look at the measures the government had to put on we, and you know, I hear people talk like that already. Like no joke, and I'm sure other brothers hear that too. You know, I sure other brothers hear that too. That the kind of mindset. Right? But it's either you're for one or you're for none, because you can't serve two at the same time. Or else he will hold to one and desire the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon. So you see, same thing. You can't love the Lord and then you can't be hooked on money same way. Because you know all the same is going, money is the root of all evil. You just pay off a man the right amount and that is it. You are loyalty. You could buy loyalty. You understand? That's why the Lord just want soldiers, real soldiers in the camp. You understand? I know men that can sell out easy. As you get a little 5 million, you know, you sell out and think. That's what's going on these days. Everybody for money. You know? I mean, we brothers still had to bite, we grind until, you know. But that don't mean we're gonna sell out. We still had to go and hit that cotton field, you know, make a little small change for the hard labor we making, and you know, we had to survive off of that. But hey, we know at the same time the Lord still have we, you know, He still have we, but we full faith in Him. We ain't trusting no mammon, and we ain't trusting no system. Right? Simple as that. Now you see the scripture here, I say the scripture for last, because this is basically the results, in a sense, to the ones that still choosing to be rebellious. You know, who think they could figure it out on their own now, but you know, it's a good thing. You ain't dealing up with the system, but at the same time, it's a bad thing because you refusing to turn to the Lord same way. Right? You thinking you for yourself, you could do this by yourself. You know, you can't do this by yourself. That can't work. Right? There's a book called Jeremiah, chapter 42, verse 11. Be not afraid of the king of Babylon, of whom ye are afraid. Be not afraid of him. Right? So the Lord basically saying here is that the Prime Minister Rowley, what is the president down to the ones all in America, right? Because that is the real Babylon. You know? That is the real Babylon. But we know Rowley and all of them is a puppet. So them are part of that Babylon structure then. You know? Where's his name? Biden. You know, the king of Babylon right now. Don't fear he. You know? But not because the Lord say don't fear him means to go and be opposing them, and you know, now is not the time for that. The time coming, we are to wait on the Lord. Don't feel you could run up and be like, think, because you are a gun man, you are a bad man, you this and you that. Don't out your light quick. Right? You can't use their blessing to fight against them, you know. Right? No matter how gifted we is, that is still their blessing. So them will still quicker out your light with it. You know? Them are things where you even have, you even thinking about. You know? So forget that. Said Yahweh, for I am with you to save you and to deliver you from his hand. Right? So like I said just now, we gotta wait on him. Right? He here to save you and deliver you. Right? From his hand. You just had to put our faith in him and, you know, build up that patience same way. Verse 12. And I will show mercies unto you, and he may have mercy upon you, and cause you to return to your own land. And that's self-explanatory. Verse 13. But if ye say, we will not dwell in this land, neither obey the voice of Yahweh your power, saying, no, but we will go into the land of Egypt, where we shall see no war, nor hear the sound of the trumpet, nor have hunger of bread, there we will dwell. Now these are the ones who running to Babylon itself, Babylon the Great, you know, America. Right, because them thinking over the real hunky-dory and everything and you know, they thinking Trinidad is the only place that's suffering real bad. You know, as we see a little thing, you know, you want to get out of quick. So they're going over there thinking, you know, every day over there gonna be thing, but the Lord say, hey, you leave you over there. And it's right there. Anyway, I'm gonna start it out. I'm gonna continue down. Verse 15. And now therefore hear the word of Yahweh, ye remnant of Judah. Thus said Yahweh of hosts, the God of Israel. If ye will set your faces to enter into Egypt, and go to sojourn there, then it shall come to pass that the sword which ye feared shall overtake you there in the land of Egypt, and the famine wherefore ye were afraid shall follow close after you in Egypt, and there ye shall die. So that's all you can say. You know, say run across there thinking, you know, it could be easier. You know, because you're trying to escape the famine, you're trying to escape the sword. Right, the modern day sword from over here, understand that, right? They will follow you, right? They will follow you because it is another way you could hide in the world from all this, because it's happening all over the world. The only way out is to turn to the Lord. The only way out, right? Verse 17. So shall it be with all the men that set their faces to go into Egypt to sojourn there. They shall die by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence, and none of them shall remain or escape from the evil that I will bring upon them. So you see, plain and simple, clear as day. Right? You can't escape. Right? You can't escape. The only way out is to turn to the Lord. You know? The only way out. So you can't say you're going and try to duck out from this, duck out from that. You can't go up in the air and spend the rest of your life there. You can't go under the sea, spend the rest of your life there. Because one way or the other, you're still going to get put to death. One way or the other. You know? You can't run from it. The only way out is turn to the Lord. You understand? But anyway, I hope this lesson was edifying. Right? I hope at least one person learned something from this, you know, and spread the word and try to your Israelite brothers and sisters, you know, feeding the Lord sheep. Right? I just want to say, Kala Layam, La Alahayanawa, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash, double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation unto the brothers that pushing us truth through the four corners of the earth. Shalom unto the faithful, but few aquats and the speckled birds of Israel. Well, you have a good one. Shalom.